Nutrition Masterclass. So here we're going to be going over all of the core concepts that you need to know. The premise: to remain consistent, you must build a strong foundation of nutrition. This means gelatinous protein, anabolic foods, strategic supplementing, and connecting to our primal needs. We weren't meant to live an overly sanitized lifestyle indoors, flooded with blue light. Things we're going to be going over: diet staples, what to avoid, hormones, supplements, and how you can bring your metabolism to peak function. Nutrition is simply optimizing yourself as a whole to the maximum potential that you can achieve. Your only competition is your past self up until now, and your only objective is to get better, to get healthier, to get better performance than you ever have. Not other people, not comparing yourself, just improving. Stay in your own lane and you're gonna get there. We're going to be following bioenergetic nutrition from a scientific standpoint, going off a lot of the work of Dr. Ray Peat. The main ideas: boost the thyroid, because it literally regulates your entire existence. It's a gland that's located in the neck. It regulates your metabolism and hormones, so much more. It's the metabolic engine, basically. And you can support it with the proper nutrition, highest quality carbs, animal protein, saturated fat, gelatin. We're going to get into all of that. Next, lower stress hormone. Cortisol basically ruins your health. You can work hard while supplementing the right things to lower your stress hormones and adapt correctly. When we're stressed out, it signals fight or flight, slow metabolism, hibernation mode, all of this negative stuff onto our entire body. And it basically shuts everything down and focuses only on survival. Cortisol, the stress hormone, inhibits testosterone in men and progesterone in women. Using things like sugar, high-quality spring salt, and proper sun exposure suppresses all the negative effects of stress. So the solution is not to stop working, but rather to adapt and overcome. Next is avoiding PUFA, P-U-F-A. It stands for polyunsaturated fats. These are found in all seed oils. PUFA suppresses metabolism and lowers testosterone and progesterone. These are the main foods that should be in your pyramid so that you're hitting all of your nutrient check boxes. Dairy, milk, cheese, cottage cheese, kefir, gelatin, whether you're getting it from bone broth when you're steeping an actual gelatinous cut of meat in soup, or just gelatin powder that you're buying. Shellfish, so shrimp, oysters especially, are amazing. Alright, and here's some things to avoid like the plague. PUFA heavy oils like canola, soy, flax, even fish oil is very unsaturated. Avoid raw greens like kale, spinach, and broccoli, very hard to digest. Legumes and grains, unless they're properly prepared, soaked, unbleached. Here are some things that are maybe overhyped. That fast cardio has health benefits, which is not true because it raises way too much cortisol and just wrecks the thyroid. PUFA-rich fish oils don't heal inflammation. They actually suppress the metabolism. I also think there's just too much of a hyperfixation on very high protein, but that's only a fraction of the equation when it comes to health. Too much muscle meat lowers thyroid function, especially when you're not having it with gelatin. Focusing a lot on fiber is not a good path to take because insoluble fiber can irritate the gut and raise endotoxin in the body. And also, never go plant-based because, first of all, it's going to wreck your hormones. Second, animal products are actually needed in our body for hormone synthesis. Okay, hormone optimization. This is crucial because imbalanced hormones can cause weight fluctuation, puffiness, water retention, inflammation. So this supplement is mandatory. 1 raw carrot daily. Also, cut out endocrine disruptors, trash toxic colognes and scents. Switch from harsh cleaners to natural ones like tea tree oil, vinegar. A pro-metabolic diet is going to support the hormones that you want up. And we talked about stress, managing stress to support your thyroid. This is so important for your hormones too, because stress leads to really high estrogen, and that's never good. Also, avoiding unnecessary cortisol is really key for your hormones. You want to communicate safety to your metabolism, and that's not possible when you're stressed out. Just don't work out fasted. You can break the fast with just a little bit of honey. Don't work out until you feel like you're dying. Don't do cold plunges that make you get a panic attack, and you're still going to get results. You don't have to feel like you're dying all the time. And this is not to say run away from stress. It's be strategic about it and supplement accordingly for optimal health. So follow your exercise with sugar sources like honey or fruit to replenish your glucose level and lower your cortisol. I would recommend supercharging your water with lemon juice, spring salt, and electrolytes if you can. Also check with your parents if there's fluoride in your water, because you can easily get a filter for that. Because fluoride is a neurotoxin, because no one wants to become autistic by accident. So I've made a grocery list of the most nutritious but affordable staples, and you can go buy these or show them to your parents. These pretty much cover the bases for your vitamins and mineral needs. And we're also going to go over supplements. Okay, proteins. Ground beef, grass-fed and grass-finished. Eggs, cage-free, pasture-raised. Plain cottage cheese, high-quality shrimp, liver, preferably beef liver, carbs. White rice, white potatoes, sourdough, fruit, and raw honey. Raw honey because our body will literally sacrifice its own tissue and muscle if it doesn't get natural sugar from food. On a sugarless diet, the body's forced to take glucose from its protein and fat storage. And when I say sugar, we're talking about the highest quality sources, of course. Not donuts filled with seed oils, but maple syrup, cane sugar, 100% fruit juice like apple, orange, pineapple, with no additives like lectins. Fats, butter, refined coconut oil. Refined is a little bit better than unrefined because the linoleic acid content is slightly lower, and linoleic acid is what's in seed oils. And also ghee is another good fat source. Drinks. Chamomile tea, coffee, and milk. Raw milk is ideal because it just contains so many more nutrients like the miracle molecule lactoferrin, which is also in goat colostrum, but raw milk is harder to come by. Orange juice, plants. Carrots, obviously for your raw carrot salad, your gut and estrogen detox. And we always focus on root vegetables rather than pesticide-laden broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Leafy greens are very hard to digest. The only exception for greens would be kale, specifically for its calcium and magnesium content. And the catch is you don't actually eat the kale. You steep it in a broth and you drink the broth, discard the kale, and this can be a great way of just making your soups the most nutritious that they can possibly be with a kale broth. Make sure to throw away the kale though. Lemons for electrolyte water, onions and garlic for the antioxidants, the anti-inflammatory properties, apple cider vinegar because drinking a daily shot of it will burn fat, it lowers cholesterol, blood sugar, insulin, and fat synthesis. It reverts cancer cells to normal, increases metabolism and temperature, protects leptin, which is crucial for metabolism. It enhances overall performance, prevents kidney stones, stops gut inflammation, and reverses anxiety. And you can just take it mixed with some warm water because if you just drink it straight, that's really going to damage your tooth enamel. Ginger root for a faster metabolism, digestion, debloating. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is a miracle food. It speeds up the metabolism. Even though it's a fat, it's processed like a carbohydrate, so very quickly. It's rich in vitamin E, has anti-cortisol properties, allows for proper hormone production. It acts as a nootropic for optimal brain function. It's a powerful gut anti-inflammatory, reverses IBD, kills 90% of colon cancer cells in just 2 days, improves insulin resistance, sheds liver fat. It improves immunity, reduces neuroinflammation, improves memory, prevents kidney damage, and it whitens your teeth if you do oil pulling, so swish it around your mouth for like 20 minutes. There's this experiment from the past where farmers tried bulking up their pigs with coconut oil, and what they found happened was they actually lost too much weight. And that's not at all what they wanted to happen, but it showed what coconut oil can do. And this is because of how much coconut oil really does speed up the metabolism, but it has so much other benefits than just fat loss. You can cook with it, make caramel with it, you can even make chocolate bark with it. Supplements. Magnesium glycinate for sleep, Epsom salt baths, which is just magnesium sulfate for muscle recovery and just overall lowering stress. Vitamin D daily with a meal. Plain baby aspirin is optional, but it is anti-estrogen and stimulates the metabolism very similarly to thyroid hormone. Baking soda for deeper sleep and athletic performance. And when you wash your fruit with baking soda, it gets all the pesticides off. Spring salt, it's the most ideal salt. Vitamin E to oppose any polyunsaturated fat damage from a lifetime of eating seed oils. Creatine reverses depression by 65%. It reduces anxiety by around 70%. Increases the IQ by 1 to 3 points. Boosts memory, logic, and reasoning. It protects against Alzheimer's and brain injury. Fuels dopamine and motivation. Shields your neurons from stress. Reverses developmental delays in children. It reduces headaches by over 80%. And it improves oxygen use in the brain. Another great supplement is powdered grass-fed gelatin. It's rich in amino acids, animal collagen, and minerals. Beef liver is a really cheap multivitamin. Bee pollen is a great mineral supplement too. And if possible, try to have 12 oysters per week because that will meet your zinc needs and if not, you can just get a zinc supplement that I can link. And zinc is essential for proper hormone production, and it's really hard to get from food naturally. Goat colostrum is another really slept on supplement. It strengthens gut lining, contains the miracle molecule lactoferrin just like raw milk. It lengthens and thickens the bones, stimulates growth plates to grow taller, and supports blood flow to your muscles for recovery. And L-theanine also makes you calmer and gives you more focus, but that's mostly for people with ADHD. Eggshell powder is also a really good natural calcium supplement. You can make it at home, but it does take a very long time. We're going to end the masterclass with additional health advice. If it's not your default, start nasal breathing instead of mouth breathing. Make sure that your mouth is closed and your nose is doing all of the breathing. This will allow you for proper jaw growth, air filtration, oxygenated brain, and so much more. Mouth breathing has zero benefits and actually a lot of negative health consequences. So another one is chew mastic gum. This is a very tough gum made from tree sap. Mastic gum improves oral health, reduces plaque, heals Crohn's disease, IBS, GI tract issues, and liver disease. It improves your microbiome, prevents gum disease, strengthens the jaw, and promotes the forward growth of your maxilla. It's also full of antioxidants. All of this exposure to technology is also really bad for our nervous system and inflammation. This is why grounding is so important, but also unplugging your Wi-Fi at night is a non-negotiable, especially since EMF really harms your brain. Not using the Wi-Fi at night, you might as well just unplug it. It will also give you a much deeper sleep when you unplug your Wi-Fi. And the best supplement is going to be entering your parasympathetic or rest and digest, which is going to calm your nervous system down so that you're not in fight or flight mode. Because when you're in fight or flight mode, your body can't work on repairing itself because all it's going to be focused on is survival. It won't be able to digest food properly. It won't be able to do any of the necessary healing. And you can do this prayer at night, journaling at night, time with God, and this is going to give you so much grounded trust and just putting your problems into that higher power so that you don't have to worry so much about it. It's silly to think that you, a human being, you have to just burden all of this on your shoulders. You don't. That's why God exists. He wants us to come to Him. Now you know the foundation of nutrition.